In a cozy cabin nestled in the heart of an ancient forest, a young woman named Elara lay on her bed, letting the warmth of the fire lull her into a relaxed state. The sounds of the forest, the soft chirping of crickets, the distant hoot of an owl, added to the atmosphere, each sound wrapping around her like a warm blanket. The stars outside her window seemed unusually bright, almost as if they were alive, twinkling and dancing in patterns that felt strangely meaningful. As she watched them, she felt something stir within her, a gentle tug at the edges of her consciousness, inviting her to drift away from her waking world. A voice, soft as the night itself, seemed to whisper to her from the starlit sky. Come, journey with us, to the kingdom of dreams. The words wrapped around her like a lullaby, and though she tried to stay grounded, the pull was undeniable. Her eyes grew heavy, and with a soft sigh, she closed them, surrendering to the enchanting call of the night. When she opened her eyes, Elara found herself standing at the edge of an otherworldly forest. The trees here were tall and majestic, their leaves shimmering as if dusted with stardust. Shafts of silver light filtered through the canopy, illuminating patches of the soft, mossy ground beneath her feet. The air was filled with a gentle, floral fragrance, and a cool breeze whispered through the branches, carrying with it a melody that seemed to come from the very heart of the forest. Elara took a few tentative steps forward, marveling at the beauty around her. The path before her was lined with flowers that glowed softly, their colors shifting from pale blues to gentle pinks as she moved. Each step felt as though she were walking on a cloud, light and free, her heart filling with a sense of peace and wonder. As she walked, she noticed small creatures flitting about, a delicate, butterfly-like being with wings that shimmered in shades of silver and gold, a small, glowing fox that watched her curiously from the shadows, and wisps of light that danced around her as though welcoming her to this magical realm. The path soon led her to a quiet clearing, where an ancient, silver-feathered owl sat perched on a low branch. His eyes were large and wise, reflecting the light of the stars above. As Elara approached, the owl turned his gaze toward her, and a feeling of calm washed over her. Greetings, Elara, the owl spoke, his voice deep and warm, resonating with a wisdom that seemed to reach beyond time. I am Athelas, the keeper of wisdom in these woods. Elara felt a gentle sense of awe as she listened. I didn't know owls could speak, she whispered, her voice barely louder than the breeze. Here in the dreamscape, all things are possible, Athelas replied with a kind smile. He stretched out one wing and, with a graceful movement, plucked a feather from it, allowing it to drift slowly down toward her. This feather is a gift. It will give you courage on your journey, should you need it. Elara reached out, catching the feather as it floated down. The moment her fingers touched it, a sense of strength filled her heart, a quiet resolve that made her feel brave and assured. She thanked Athelas and tucked the feather safely into her pocket, feeling its comforting warmth. Follow the path, Athelas advised, his voice a gentle rumble. It will lead you to where you need to go. With a final nod to her wise guide, Elara continued on her way, feeling the gentle glow of courage illuminating her path. As she walked, the sound of flowing water reached her ears, soft and melodic. She soon arrived at the edge of a tranquil river, its waters shimmering under the light of the moon. The river was like none she had ever seen, its surface sparkled with tiny, dancing lights, and as she peered closer, she saw images reflected in its depths. Scenes from her own life appeared and faded, showing memories both happy and bittersweet. Elara knelt by the river's edge, reaching out to touch the cool, inviting water. The moment her fingers brushed the surface, a flood of memories filled her mind, childhood laughter, the warmth of family, moments of joy, and even moments of sorrow. Each memory reminded her of who she was, of the beauty and strength woven into her life. With a sigh of relief, she felt her worries dissolve into the river, as if the water was carrying them away. The gentle current of the river seemed to flow straight through her, leaving her feeling lighter, more peaceful. She sat there for a while, simply watching the water, letting it soothe her soul. When she rose, Elara found herself at the edge of a vast meadow, stretching out beneath a sky filled with stars. The meadow was blanketed with soft, glowing flowers in shades of lavender, chamomile, and pale blue. A gentle breeze stirred the air, filling it with a calming fragrance that made her eyelids feel heavy and her muscles relax. She wandered slowly through the field, breathing in the sweet, soothing scents. Each step seemed to take her deeper into a state of calm, as though the flowers themselves were sharing their peace with her. Elara lay down among the flowers, feeling the cool earth beneath her and gazing up at the endless sky above. She could have stayed there forever, wrapped in the gentle embrace of the meadow, but she knew her journey was not yet over. Rising from the meadow, Elara spotted a slender bridge in the distance. As she approached, she saw that it was made of starlight, each step shimmering with a soft glow. The bridge stretched across a misty valley, leading to a grand castle that seemed to float on the horizon. With a sense of wonder, Elara stepped onto the bridge. Her feet felt weightless as she walked, and she realized that she was no longer bound by the constraints of the waking world. She felt herself lifted, as though the stars themselves were carrying her, guiding her toward her destination. The sky was alive with constellations, and as she crossed the bridge, she heard a soft, celestial melody, music made by the stars, a lullaby sung by the universe itself. It filled her with a profound sense of peace, a reassurance that she was exactly where she needed to be. At last, Elara reached the other side of the bridge, and before her stood the grand gates of the Kingdom of Dreams. The castle was ethereal, its towers made of moonlight and clouds, its gardens filled with flowers that glowed like stars. Waiting to greet her was a tall, serene figure with a gentle smile. His robes flowed like midnight waters, shimmering in shades of indigo and silver. His eyes held the calm wisdom of countless nights. "Welcome, Elara," he said in a voice as soothing as the night breeze. "I am Somnus, guardian of the Kingdom of Dreams." Elara felt a warmth spread through her as Somnus guided her through the kingdom. They walked along paths lined with soft, cloud-like moss and through gardens filled with shimmering pools. The air was filled with a tranquil energy, as though every corner of the kingdom was designed to soothe the soul. Finally, they reached a grand, softly lit chamber, where beds crafted from clouds and woven with moonlight waited for dreamers to rest. Somnus led Elara to one of these beds and gestured for her to lie down. "Elara," he murmured, "remember that peace is always within reach. Whenever you need rest, you can return here in your dreams." Elara closed her eyes, feeling a wave of calm wash over her as she sank into the soft, cloud-like bed. She felt her body and mind release their last bits of tension, melting into a state of pure, deep relaxation. As she drifted off into an even deeper sleep, she heard Somnus's voice, a gentle reminder echoing in her mind. "This place is always within you. You carry the Kingdom of